This is an exclusive interview with a former Corps Marshal, Alhaji Dauda Ali Biu. For the sake of our viewers and listeners, can you please start by giving us a brief about yourself?
Yes, thank you very much. As you said, my name is Dauda Ali Biu. I'm the immediate past Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Commission. I was born in Zaria here, specifically in Chikaji village, and all my life I grew up here. I was born to the late Malam Ahmed Nuhu and the late Haja Hawa Ali Biu. I was born on the 20th of January 1964, precisely. And of course, I grew up among the children within the Chikaji environment, Chikaji, Mucha, Sabon Gari. My father took me to Angon Fulani LEA Primary School in Sabon Gari, close to Depot, NA. For my primary education, the name of the school that time, then the schools were under missionaries, most of the schools. They call it Hausa Baptist Primary School, or they call it Second Baptist Primary School. We had First Baptist, which was Yoruba Baptist. That's why I did my primary school from primary 1 to 6. It would have been 7, but along the line, the calendar was changed to 6 years from 7 years. So I finished from Angon Fulani Primary School. So after my primary school, I got admission into Government Day Secondary School Zaria, Offer Tukur, which they call also Offer Kivo. Now, I think those were the first set of day secondary schools that were established in Kaduna State, former Kaduna State, comprising Kaduna and Katsina State. I did my secondary school education there. It was a day school also. It was tough. It was hard. Every day moving from Chikaji to Ofenkiwo, close to Sasa. Then either by bicycle or, in fact, mostly what we used then were bicycles. But it was also fun. Life was fun. There was relative peace. There is safety everywhere. You don't have any fear. Some of the things we see these days, they are no longer. And people then were ready to help. They were ready to assist. I remember when one day I was coming back from primary school. Then I was hungry. I think early 70s. I can't even move. I just sat down on the street and started crying. So one man just came with his bicycle and asked me, "Yeah, young boy, Yaro, this." Told him I'm from Chikaji. So the man took me. And I came home. I have my stomach. Oh, this is. So my parents just look at me. So they just bought this robo the bully then, and I ate, and I became okay. So that was how life was. So I finished from that secondary school in 1983. So thereafter, I got admission into School of Basic Studies, Ahmadu Bello University, Zara. I did my basic course for 1 year, 83, 84. Then from there, I started my degree course in accounting. So I moved from Samaru campus to Congo campus. I graduated in 1987. So I did my NYC in Abeokuta, Ogun State too, 87, 88. Thereafter, I joined the services of the Federal Road Safety Commission. That same 1988, I assumed duty 11 October. So that has been a brief story, but I want to put it also that my parents are from Borno State, from Biu, Emirate specifically, and then the village, which is also a district, is Kwajafa. So that's my origin. So, but I've been a Zaria person through and through. This, in fact, people are wondering, Abuja, when I say I'm going home, they always see me coming to Zaria. But then, that's how it is. We are grateful to God. We're all one. We are one. I think Kaduna, Borno, I see them as home to me. Anyone, I'm at home.
This is a very beautiful story. You are given a title, if I may say, your second home. It is a give back. You've given back to the community, and today the community are honoring you. How will you assess this precious moment?
Actually, I don't have a second home. They are all equal. Everywhere is my home. You may be surprised that people know me here more than even my. So everywhere is home. When I started my work, I think that 1988, I have this feeling that one should try to always one should assist. One should assist. So when I started work, right from the very beginning, there are several people from Chikaji that I tried to assist. At that time, things were so easy. My friends know there are some I got employment for them, they didn't even go. They refused to go. Anytime I see any slight opportunity, I will come down, I will ask my friends, okay, please get me somebody from Chikaji, from Mucha, from the environment, so that we can assist. People come for assistance, different type of assistance. There was a time, contact my friend, say, look, I just want to do something small. What do you hear? Suggested that maybe we should provide water along that Chikaji environment. Yes, we connected water from around NTC area. We do it through my street. We drop one at the mosque, one somewhere. It's my passion along. And then when God gave me a better opportunity to help, to get employment for people, that's what I did. And I think we are grateful together. We have been able to take out some of those youths from the street. If I look back now, I feel happy because they have settled down. Some of them have furthered their education. They have become graduates. Some of them are married with children. They are helping their parents, and the parents who are happy. They are very happy. And when I'm doing this assistance, as much as I don't discriminate. I don't even know some of them, honestly speaking. I'm just working on the street. Somebody will greet me, say, you have assisted me. I will say to Alhamdulillah. So that is the essence. And I do it everywhere. I don't discriminate. Anywhere I see I can help, I do it. It's not about Sabon Gari. It's not even about Zaria. I must say it's about everywhere.
So, what would be your reaction on the transfer that is being given to you now? What would be your reaction on
Yes,
that?
I think it's a landmark event. I see it as a recognition of maybe the little effort I've made, because you have to be impactful in this life. You have to assist people. So I see it as a recognition of what I have done, and I see it as something that should give me greater zeal if I have the opportunity to really do more and assist, especially the youth. We really have to do something about the youth. Pray that this will be a stepping stone for me to be able to assist further and give more back to the society.
We are still with Alhaji Dauda Ali Biu, former FRSC Corps Marshal, retired, sir. This is where we'll take the first break, but when we come back, we'll discuss more. Welcome back. We are still with Alhaji Dauda Ali Biu, former Corps Marshal, Federal Road Safety Corps. You are welcome back to
Thank
this
you.
segment.
Zaria is blessed with people like you who are really opportune to be on higher places. What would be your advice on them in terms of addressing this unemployment rate and the high rate of criminality being experienced compared to your own time?
Yes. I think what I even have in mind and what we should do. One, if we get the opportunity to engage the youth positively, I think we should do that. Some of us that have the capacity, I think establishment of some cottage industries that will engage these youths is very critical. It's a passion I have in mind that after my service in government, that I will go into some form of entrepreneurship, either in agriculture or some other things, so that we can create employment opportunity for the youth. And I'm looking at that. By the grace of God, I will get to that stage. And I will appeal to all those that God has given the opportunity to do that. God has given them the strength and the capacity. I think we should do that. Because if we don't engage these youth and they have nothing to do, roaming the street, that's when they will now turn back against the society. We need to open up this entrepreneurship. We have to give them skills. In fact, at times I sit down and I start wondering why do we abandon these technical schools, technical colleges, where these children can learn some basic skills: carpentry, plumbing, construction work, electrical works, so that you come out from the school, you have a skill. But if you are not able or lucky to go to the university and reach something, you can be an entrepreneur. You can start doing something and develop yourself. And then government should also try and look and prioritize some of our academic programs so that they will be tailored in such a way that these children are given skills. And then not the skill alone. If you give somebody a skill, you must also try and create opportunity for him to apply that skill that you provided. So I think that is what we should do. I would strongly recommend that government should reconsider bringing back these technical colleges, because you will be surprised. You go to you see all these plumbers, bricklayers. Most of them are people from Togo, Benin Republic, and they are doing all these people doing POP, tilers. We don't have local talent. They are coming in from these neighboring countries. So I think government should encourage that, and it must be done seriously, not mere talk. We do this, but it should be done in practical terms. Honestly, I always sit down and start thinking why there is no attention to technical colleges now. Because the world is changing now. It's about skill now. It's not, yes, it's good to read the liberal courses and all that. Yes, it's good. But we need more of this skillful work.
You have talked about your youth and where we said Nigeria was so splendid. Can you make a comparison with Nigeria of yesteryears and Nigeria of today? What are the challenges we are facing now, and what would be some of the key national issues you will want to discuss about?
Yes, every society is progressing, is developing. The society is never static. The challenges come as a result of several things and several factors. We have first have increase in population. The population has expanded. And when you have an expansion of population, it is expected that the other factors of living should expand also, so that it to absorb that increase in population. There should be more infrastructure, there should be more opportunities, but then resources also are getting limited while the population is increasing. But then there are some basic things that we abandon too, actually, that has really affected us. Because if you look at, especially in the north here, most of the productive activities that we were engaged in, we have practically abandoned all those things since the discovery of this oil and then minerals. And those places are limited to absorb the people. They can bring out wealth, but that way will not be enough to take care of everybody. So the basic thing we were doing before, which we all grew up practically seeing around us, no longer there. Where are the granite pyramids? Where are the cotton granaries? Where are the cotton seeds? Even the cotton itself, they used to have the pyramid also, either for seed or oil. The farming activity is gone, especially those farming activities that you call cash crop. And in fact, basically what you do now is food crop. You cultivate mostly is maize, tomato. It's not things that you cultivate and sell and then it adds to your income, it adds value to you, it adds to your wealth. So by abandoning those agricultural activities, closing down the factories, all the employment opportunities that are available. You can imagine before, nobody talk of oil. Nobody talk of NNPC. Nobody. Now everybody is NNPC, is oil. Then when you finish your school, you look, there are so many factories you can go and see. You can even imagine here, very close to us here, the Chikaji Industrial Estate. All the companies have closed down. What we have there are just mere warehouses now, storing farm products. And if you go along Jos Road to have a kind of industrial estate, I mean, most of them are closed down. You go to Kaduna, you see junkyard, of all these textiles factories that we have before. Go to Funtua, Zamfara, Gusau, Kano, the pyramid, everything. Even these cottage factories that we have no longer there. So I think we really have to go back, as I said, and develop this agriculture. Actually, it's a source of employment. You can employ large amount of people, and there are many modern agri techniques now. But I know the challenges are there to the input. If you want to go into agriculture, you talk of the machinery, the machinery, then you talk of either the fertilizer or that chemical input that you use. Because we have to produce a large quantity now because of our large population. When they are talking of 200 million, when you talk of the 60s, they say we have about 40 or 50 million. So you can see that's the same. So I want a situation whereby this agri government should really work on it. They should encourage people. We can feed ourselves. We can export the extra we have. We can do cash crop. At times I sit down and ask myself that what happened to groundnut? What happened to it? Is it that it can no longer grow in Nigeria, or what is happening? I ask myself these questions at times. I can't get the answer.
When we come back, we'll discuss more. Welcome back. We are still with Alhaji Dauda Ali Biu, former Corps Marshal, Federal Road Safety Corps. You are welcome back.
Sir, we would like to have your perspectives on this issue of agricultural revolutionization agenda you have advocated. We've seen government over years coming up with ideas, GES, several interventions at both state and national levels, but it ended up into the hands or wrong hands. Do you have a fresh idea on how to go about doing this?
You see, some of the things are some of the approach at times are elitist based. That is why the thing doesn't go down to the common man. So actually, if people can be encouraged at lower levels, if government cannot deal with individuals, let us have small cooperatives at various levels. We have them before. We have the cooperatives that government work with through the cooperative. At the local level, you understand? At the local level. I think that's what there is a challenge also really. If government provide those things, how do you ensure that those things get to those cooperatives so that the real farmer will get this thing? It's a very big challenge. So I think it's a thing of the mind. It's a thing of the attitude. We must change. We must talk to ourselves. Our leaders must talk to us, and they must show example. Our leaders must talk to us, and we should talk to people. The leaders should stand for us. They should ensure that whatever is meant for the progress of a society, it gets down to those that really need it. The fertilizer should get to the farmer, not to the middleman. Understand? So it can be done if the will is there. It can be done. I think it's just a matter of that will. It can be done. Yes.
The national burning challenge in Nigeria now is insecurity. Would you say those items you mentioned, that those productive ventures that we abandon, is the main cause? And what will be your perspective of how to overcome this insecurity in Nigeria?
Yeah, you see the level of unemployment and the number of youth, there are factors, because I want to assure you that most of those people engage in these activities, if they get employment, because it's a very tough and rough life they are going through. They kind of enjoy it. Mostly is the effect of drugs that they take, and it makes them feel otherwise ordinary normal persons things they go through. But then the drugs are there, and that's another challenge too. These drugs, government is trying through the NDLE and other security agencies, but then we must get the youth engaged, because if the youth are engaged, I don't think any you will just carry a gun and decide to stay in the forest and be kidnapping people, something that you know that you have put your own life on the line. Because once you get into that business, unless if God is merciful and take you out of it, the end is always violent. Always. There is no good end to that kind of activity. So the issue of getting employment for the youth, not just to send them to school, they finish, they start roaming the streets. That's how they start taking drugs. Ideas come into their mind. I think the best option that I see is, I think we should focus on expanding our agricultural activities. That is our strength, especially in the north here. That's our strength. I have passion for farming. One of the things I'm going into now after is farming. I want to engage people to see them working. At least that will keep them busy. There are many modern methods of farming now, even this dry season farming. And then the value chain that you put, not even the value now, the labor chain that you have before you talk of the value that will come out of it. I know it's not easy to establish processing factory. It's not easy, it's capital intensive. And then government should also discourage the importation of certain things that we don't really need. If we discourage the importation, we will do those things ourselves. And then we will provide employment, we will provide opportunity for the youth. So I think that is the only way. The only way is not magic. There is no magic you do. You must employ them. You must, they must be employed. Otherwise, you will be living with them like that.
So, will you subscribe to the idea of empowering the traditional leaders, traditional holders, and traditional leaders in our society, especially in the north, where we have a fully established system before colonialism, where the traditional institution is fully in charge of some of the issues that happens in our society. Now that such powers has been taken away from them, so when they have a constitutional powers, will that address some of our challenges that border on security?
Yes, if we strengthen the traditional institution, I think they will assist greatly in bringing the society, because they are the closest to the people. They know their problems, they know their challenges, they know their constraints. They live with them. They live locally with them. Especially a traditional ruler is for everyone. They are not partisan. They are not. Everybody belongs to them. So if government can really work through them and give them the necessary encouragement without thinking of the political gain that you get out of it. Because if you tie it to what you gain politically, then you may not do the right thing. But if you put politics aside and carry them along, go and empower your people, please. Go and empower the people of this state. Go and empower the people of this local government. Take the lead. We'll give you all the necessary support. I think if we do that, we may get good result out of it. That's my own thinking. Yes, the traditional rulers can greatly assist. They can, but unfortunately, the modern system has taken, because before they were in charge, when things were even okay in the country, it's the traditional rulers. You hardly see all these political leaders. Yes, and then things were okay then. Things were fairly okay. Yes.
What is the title and what role will you be bringing to Sabon Gari?
The title Jagaban Sabon Gari from from the word Jagaba. Jagaba was like a leader, somebody who's in the front. You understand? So maybe some, because of the little contribution that I've been able to do with the Sabon Gari District Council, with the acceptance of the Zazzau Emir Council, they recommended that I should be made the Jagaban of Sabon Gari, Jagaban Sabon Gari, because of what I have done for the district, for the Sabon Gari, not necessarily Sabon Gari, in fact. But then I reside in Sabon Gari, and that's the appropriate place for the title. So we'll continue to lead in the right direction. Yes, we'll continue to lead, we'll continue to guide the youth, we'll continue to assist the youth, we'll give them direction, we'll give them advice, and wherever possible, we can get something meaningful for them to do, we'll do it. That's the essence. When you are given a title, it's not for you to, the essence is for you to do more. You have been recognized, so you should do more. You should lead more, you should lead better. That is it. You have now been recognized as a leader, so you should lead well.
Thank you very much. This is where we draw the curtain to this exclusive interview with Alhaji Dauda Ali Biu, FRSC Corps Marshal retired. Sir, thank you for this privileged time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.